go, G's. Now, today we're gonna be talking about why you should be direct as fuck with these females. All right. Now, most of the beta males do one big mistake. It's probably one of the biggest mistakes, and it ties right back to the fundamentals. I'm gonna keep harping on these fundamentals because many guys are autistic. They don't understand. In order for you to bang as many bitches as possible, or just get with a female, number one, you have to have social skills. All right, let's put it like this. Number one, you have to look as good as you can. And number two, when I say social skills, you need to be able to ask a female out. Just basically ask her out, okay? If you do these two things, your chance of fucking increase exponentially. And that's tied with social skills. But now we get back to the topic, which is you have to be direct as fuck with these females, okay? Thing is this, guys. Females know that you want to fuck. Like, I mean, what? So, you know, one of the biggest ways I give guys tips, the number one tip I give guys, when I say number one, this is the number one issue that guys have when they ask me, hey, Prince, you know, how do I bang more females? How do I get more females? I then tell them, okay, just send me your conversations, send me your Tinder conversation, your Instagram conversation, whatever the fuck you're doing. So they send me, and I see like these long threads, just these fucking long ass conversations with a female they haven't even fucked yet. And on top of that, which is even crazier, they're trying to impress the female by either like doing jokes, being like, you know what the fuck is, you know exactly what I mean. And you're probably doing the same thing, okay? And yes, I've done it too before, but I'm not doing it anymore, okay? When I was maybe 14. I feel like I just went to the development more quickly than some guys. But I'm talking about these long fucking texts, right? And you're like texting, trying to be witty, trying to say like the perfect thing, trying to respond to her. But at the end of the day, your dick is inside of her. Like what is the fucking point of that? And you know exactly why you're doing that, because you're trying to be different. That's where the funny thing comes in now. You're trying to be different than all the other guys. But what you fail to understand is all the other guys are fucking doing that. Has that ever crossed your mind? You not being direct with these females, and we're going to go over what that means exactly. You not being direct with these females, right? Asking them out, go on a date, asking them to come back to your place, makes you like all the other guys. And all the other guys are not direct with these females, and they try to be witty over text and try to prolong the conversation, which is what every other guy does, which automatically puts you in beta male zone. Do you understand what I mean? So there's like the number one thing that most guys that come with me that I instantly see, right? And then I always tell them the same thing. Shorten the fucking conversation and get to the point. I keep saying it. I ask out girls. I mean, at this point, I ask them out after two messages, right? I mean, I ask for the number or for the Instagram after 2 messages. Like, hey, how are you? She's like, good. I'm good. What about you? I'm doing great, thank you. Just finished training. What's your number? Let's talk on WhatsApp. Hey, do you have Instagram? I'm not on Tinder at all. Done. Like, bro, like that's literally what I do. And before any of you guys go, oh, Prince is because you look like a model, blah, blah, blah. It's just, I hate hearing this because, this really pisses me off. Because basically you're saying the only reason I'm banging is because I look like a model, quote unquote. But then, what about all these other guys who look good, right? And they don't fuck. Like, what's the explanation with them? Like, I just want to know, what's the explanation with them, right? Of course, I'm going to look as good as I can because it increases my chances. But it's not what actually gets me the girls. What gets me the girls is my ability to close the deal. Killer instinct. That is what gives me the ability to close the deal. It's killer instinct. You have to fucking kill the prey. Boom. If you're there, just fucking, just beating around the bush. You're not really like getting to the point. You're not really asking the girl out. If you're on a date, you just keep talking and talking. You never try to kiss her. You never fucking try to ask her out to your place. Okay? You never actually try to like grab, just fucking touch her here and start making out, and start making her wet and fucking grab her pussy. I mean, how the fuck you wanna like? How on earth you wanna bang her? And this excuse with, yeah, Prince, you look good, is equivalent to, okay, let's do killer instinct, right? That's the term I'm gonna say, coin now. Killer fucking instinct. So it's basically like you saying, all right, so I am a predator, right? Like let's say like these I mean when I say predator, I'm talking about these people like who shoot animals, right, in the fucking forest or some bullshit like that. I mean it's actually pretty cool. I want to do it. But you saying it look good is like you saying, okay, I have like this thing, right? Let's say it's food or something, and it's like this thing that like all these fucking animals want, right? It's like super tasty, and it's like this how do you call it? Like a koi? You know what the fuck I mean? And I put it there, right? And just the smell and everything, it just attracts all the animals that I want to kill, right? And the animals go there because it's so fucking attractive, right? It just looks and smells. Oh, you just fucking go there. And it's like, oh yeah, god damn, I want to be here. And I got the gun in my hand, right? And the animal's in front of me. I'm like somewhere like hidden in the bushes, like, okay, wait, let me point the gun like this. Okay, now let me point it like this. Fuck. Okay, I have the animal unlocked, but wait, let me wait a little bit. And the animal just finishes the fucking food and then fucking leaves. Do you not understand what I mean with that? Just you have to have killing instinct. You have to be able to pull the trigger. That is my point here. And that is why you see all these fucking all these guys who look ugly and they're short and they don't have, you think like they don't have anything going for themselves. They're not even successful. They don't really have anything, but they're still like getting pussy. It's because they have killer instinct, guys. Like they are direct with girls. Now, let me go with some advantages that being direct with girls has. Let me drink some fucking water. Throw this fucking dry as hell. Now, number one, it sets the frame from the get-go. Frame is super important when it comes to getting girls, right? You have to have a proper frame. Now, you will always set a frame. Everybody sets a frame. It's just about who has the most powerful frame and are you implementing the right type of frame. Now, most guys implement the I'm funny frame, I'm witty frame. Some guys even implement the fucking I'm creepy frame. I mean, there's like girls show me the messages like, what the fuck? Guys, like why? I'm not talking about you, of course, but I'm like talking about like guys in general. Like the bottom 20, 30% of men. They're like, oh, here, dick pic. Like, why? Why? But those are they said a creepy frame. The guys who are like trying to impress the girls said like a clowny fucking, let me impress you frame. And then, but the top, and I don't want to even say top 20% because it's been narrowing down, guys. It's been going to like top 10, top 5%. Like, it's not like in the fucking, I mean, I hear stories about in the 1980s, you just fucking go into a bar and you just pick a lady, you talk a little bit with her and she goes home and you bang her. I mean, those days are long gone. I mean, the sheer amount of guys who just cannot get females is staggering. And in my opinion, it's really like the top 5% of guys now that are fucking all the girls. It's not top 20%. It's literally like top 5% now. But these top 5%, they set a different frame. The frame that they set is the seductive frame, okay? The I am the guy you're gonna sleep with frame. And there is no, the frame has to be set from the beginning. There is no blah. From the beginning. If I ask out the girl, if I ask for her number, after the second message that I sent her, what does that communicate with her? Number one, okay, she's gonna ask, damn, that's quick. He must have been doing this with other girls. Because every girl thinks that. Every girl thinks that what you do, you're doing with other girls. It doesn't matter if it's like fucking you, you're fucking other. If you fuck her, girls will think you're fucking other girls too. It's just how girls work. If you're creepy, she's gonna think other girls find you creepy too. If you're like a clowny, blah blah, she's gonna think other girls find you clowny too. But if you ask other girls super fast, she's gonna think, okay, he's doing that with other girls too. It must be because he's used to that. Why? Or else he wouldn't be doing that with me. Okay, if he's used to that, they must be working for him. Like, what the fuck? He's just fucking asked me out just like that. Now she's getting intrigued. Now she's like, okay, let me give him this number. That's probably a guy that I would fuck. Like, oh, damn, he looks good too. Let me go on a date and see how he is. And on the date, you're laid back, you're like in this position, right? This is what I mean with seductive position. Like, if you're like a clown, you'd be talking to her like this. Okay, yeah, huh? You'd be talking, you'd be a bad conversationalist, you'd be like doing all the talking, while she's like, oh, why the fuck doesn't this dude just shut up? But if you're laid back and you have a seductive frame, you let her do all the talking. Literally be like this in this position, right? Laid back. One trick you can always do is turn your head like this. Makes you instantly more seductive. I figured this out at some point. But you do it like this, and you talk to her in a deeper and seductive voice. Okay, so what'd you do today? I did this, and blah, 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 blah. All right, interesting. So which countries have you visited? I like this in this country, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and why exactly this country? Because there's other countries that have this similar thing. Blah, 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 blah. And like, oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah. And then you take your hand, just put it on the thigh. Start feeling it. Bro, these bitches are gonna get horny as fuck. Like, do you understand that? Like that, this is fucking power. You make bitches horny as fuck just by fucking the way you act. Okay? And at some point, when I say acting, this should be like part of your nature, you know? Girls tell me all the time, Prince, you seem so fucking mysterious. You seem so like I don't know, I can't figure it out. Especially like in the beginning, right? Because I give like very short responses. I'm just answering the questions and then I ask them out. For me, it seems super like fucking like simple, right? It's just the way I am. Like, okay, I want to fuck this bitch. Let me just ask for a number and ask if she wants to go out. Now for her, it seems like super mysterious, right? It's just, you become that type of person. Now, if you have this mentality of like, I want to impress a girl, it won't come across like that. It's very simple. And that's why you have to be extremely direct with girls. So number one, it sets the frame. That's the most important thing. Number two, it increases the speed with which you can bang these girls. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Speed is so important. It's like everything about this world is speed. The faster you can do things, the more incredible it will seem. Let's say literally a bitch walked by here, right? I went up to her, grabbed her hand, and let's say it was not staged or something, it was like real, right? Grab her hand, look her in the eye, she looks me in the eye. I just kiss her because the chemistry is there. She kissed me back, gets super aroused. I just say, we walk over to my place and I fuck her. Let's say this all happened in 2 minutes with a complete and total stranger. Wouldn't you just think I'm just the man of the fucking like decade or something? I mean, somebody would say I'm the man of the decade. Like somebody would tell me that. Bro, but they'd be like, Prince, like you just like. That's what men would do if that happened, because the speed, right? Airplanes fly because they're so fast that they lift off the ground and defy gravity. The rockets that go up, and it's because their thrust, it speeds up so fast they escape Earth's gravity. Now, that's why speed is so important. The longer it takes for you to bang a girl, the less likely it will be that you bang the girl. I can just give you my percentages, guys. So, I know it sounds crazy, and I don't know if it's just unique to me, but I can just tell you from my experience. So other guys sometimes tell me the opposite. So my closing rate approximately is at least 98% of the girls I bang on the first date. Now, it gets even crazier. If I don't bang a girl on the first date, the likelihood of me banging her nearly goes to zero. I can hardly remember girls that I banged on the second date. Like I'm serious here. Like if I could probably count them on one hand. Girls that it took me more than one date to bang. And every time it took me more than one date to bang, it got way more complicated, right? And of course, there's gonna be these girls, they're more conservative and they won't let you bang. But usually, I'm telling you guys, these girls are just playing. Like these girls, the reason they make you wait is because they want something from you. And the reason that they don't give it to you that fast is because they believe they can get it from you if they make you wait. Now, what am I talking about? Usually, relationship. Now, one thing that I noticed is the more successful I become, the more girls think like, okay, I want to attach myself to him. If I make him wait, I'm going to seem more serious. Because like, if it's just Pedro, the good-looking Pedro, and that's basically how I was before. I was just like the good-looking young guy, like, I don't know, 20 years old, no money in my bank account. I just look good. I do sports, have muscles. Yeah, of course, do fuck him. Like, what else am I going to get from him? But you get more successful. The girl's like, what can I get out of this, right? Either relationship or like literally gold diggers. So at the end of the day, it always gets more complicated. And okay, let me tell. I'm gonna maybe tell the story another time, but let me do the short story. So literally, it's a quick story. about speed. Listen. So I was about to bang this girl, and I was like, it was a Monday. It was like a few weeks ago. It was a Monday, and I hadn't had a girl planned for this day. And I had asked her, I believe, like 4 girls, but none of them like had time or some bullshit, blah blah blah. So it's like 12 p.m. It's like midday, and I text this girl follows me on Instagram, and I text her, hey, how's your day going, blah blah, and super quick as always, hey, do you want to be spontaneous and hang out later today? She's like, okay, sure. When we meet, I'll say 6. She says, fine, we meet. So literally, that's what I mean, speed. So we literally meet, we go out to eat, and we go back to my place, like 3 minutes away. Now, we go back to my place, and we're watching a movie, right? I'm literally feeling her, my usual blah, blah. Like, my hands are literally on her titties. And then, like, my mind was already telling me, bro, just fuck this chick. But I was watching the movie. The movie was, what was it again? Was it Insidious? No. The Purge, exactly. So I'm watching The Purge, and I find this movie actually interesting. Because usually I like to watch movies that are not interesting, and then I can just bang the girl. But this movie was actually interesting. And it was already 20 minutes in. It was already like over the time limit of what I would fuck a girl in. So I'm like, damn. My hands are in the titties, but this movie is interesting, man. So I just keep on watching the movie and my hands are in the titties. And all of a sudden I hear the phone ring. Da-da-da. She picks up the phone. I'm like, yeah, whatever. She's like, huh, what? Oh my God, no. What? No way. This can't be. What? Oh my God. Hangs up the phone. I'm like, oh shit. Her mom just, like, it must have been like her mom just died or something. No, it wasn't that. Okay, guys, you gotta be ready for this. Until this day, it still pains me. Like, I actually still literally feel pain. She tells me that her friend is in the gym. And that friend just saw her ex-boyfriend. And her ex-boyfriend is with another girl. And that's what the drama is about. And I'm like, okay, I'm so relieved. Like, oh shit, I thought someone died. Like, okay, right? Let's go back to like me grabbing your titties. She's like, oh wait. She's like, my friend can't handle it. Like she's crying. She needs me to be there. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. Like I'm literally in a weird situation. I'm like, okay, but I want to fuck this chick. So I tell her, okay, yeah, fine. Just tell her like you'll be there. She's like, yeah, but I have to go now. I'm like, okay, like right now, you can just go in 15 minutes. She's like, okay, what are we gonna do in these 15 minutes? I'm like, we don't have to do anything, we just chill. She's like, I'm not gonna have sex with you while my friend is waiting. I'm like, you don't have to. Like, at this, of course, like I'm trying to like steer her in that direction. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to go, blah, blah. Of course, I'm like, I understand. I'm not gonna force her. She leaves, she apologizes, blah, 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 leaves. I never ended up fucking this chick ever again. Okay. In fact, I actually messaged her like a week after, and I don't know if she responded or and the story, I didn't fuck this bitch. So back to the concept of speed. My brain was literally telling me, fuck this chick. If I would have just fucked this chick 5 minutes earlier, just 5 minutes, she would have probably even picked up the phone. Because my dick would have been inside of her. But because, and this is like an extreme example, but it proves a point, because I had a feeling that there was, for some reason, like my instinct was telling me, just fuck this chick, bro. And to this day, it pains me. Like, I'm like, this, like, bro, imagine fucking pussy just slipping out of your hand. Like, it's in your hands. Just pussy. All you have to do is this. But then just like, and and it just leaves. That's why, guys, speed. Now, we're still on the second point, right? The point is, you have to act with speed. And the only way you can do this is if you're direct with girls, right? If you take too long to go between the steps, and the steps are this. It's like, okay, first step, yeah, you talk to her, right? Number 1. Number 2, you ask for the number or for Instagram. Number 3, you ask her out. Number 4, you ask her to your place. And then it should be a done deal. Number 5, in my case, there's a 5th step. Bang her. And guys, number 3, which is probably my most favorite, apart from, you setting the frame and you fucking her with speed. Number 3 is it filters out the girls that are not into you. Guys, like, I'm in a predicament. So on one hand, I want to bang as much pussy as possible. At the other hand, In order to do so, I need to improve myself and improve everything about me, my character, my skills, my personality. Now, if I spend time searching for pussy, I don't have time to improve myself. Now, if I don't have time to improve myself, I won't be getting hotter bitches. So my point is time efficiency. It's so important. You want to screen out the girls who are not really interested in you, okay? And most of you guys, you talk with girls being witty, being nice, and she actually enjoys it. She actually texts you back and you think you're winning, but you're not winning. Why are you not winning? Because your dick is not inside her. And once you ask her, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like these girls, they act so like wow, and then once you ask them out, they're like poof, gone. Like, oh, my dog died. My dog has cancer. So you just invested all this time, like literally like 1 or 2 days, 3 days texting with this girl, at least 1 hour of your day, and it was like for nothing. Do you know what an hour is? I'm like sleep deprived all the time because I'm like looking for hours. And you spending all this time with a chick that doesn't even want to fuck you. Now, being direct screens out these girls because a girl that just wants your attention, right? So you ask her out like, hey, you want to go, or what's your number? Or let's go eat out. And if she doesn't respond, or, she has some excuse and then just goes for forever, you automatically know this chick's not interested. You invest maybe 2 minutes in her, okay? And that's what I mean. It screens out the girls that will absolutely waste your time. And the faster you go also, the more likely it is that you're dealing with a chick that's like super attracted to you. If a chick is gonna give you a number immediately after 2 messages and say, yes, I have to hang out with you, the chance of you fucking her is literally 90%. I'm doing you a favor, like I'm increasing the chance of you fucking her. It's easy. But if you have to convince a chick, you're like, oh, what's your number? She's like, I don't give up my number so fast. Let's first talk on Instagram. Then you talk with her on Instagram for 2 days, and then you ask her out. She's like, maybe next week, and then you just keep on texting again. And then actually you do meet her, and then she's like, yeah, lukewarm, and probably it's because she's fucking some other G. And then you have to go on like 3 days, and then you maybe fuck her, and then or not, probably not. 90% you don't fuck her, and you just lost all the time. So you don't want that. Now, if you want to learn more about killer instinct, do make sure, and this is all about killer instinct basically, fast, boom, being a predator, then check out the video I did talking about killer instinct. Done.